Today, our topic of presentation is what is difference between weather and climate. Definition and the difference between weather and climate. Weather refers to the short-term atmospheric conditions of a specific place, such as temperature, precipitation, and wind. Climate, on the other hand, refers to the long-term patterns of weather in a certain area, including average temperatures and precipitation over many years. If you see the diagram on right hand side, there is a picture available which shows the difference between weather and climate. As we see, the picture shows weather means ke short term state of the atmospheric versus climate, and the climate shows long term pattern of weather. Climate change is the change in the long term pattern of the weather, specifically an increase in global temperatures caused by the human activities, such as the burning of fossil fuels. Some of the effects of climate change include sea level rise, more intensive heat waves, and increased frequency of extreme weather events. Now we will discuss regarding the elements of climate. Climate is described by referring to its elements. Number 1, temperature. Number 2, precipitation. Number 3, humidity. Number 4, wind. Number 5, cloud cover. Number 6, air pressure. Number 7, ocean currents. Now we will discuss these 7 elements one by one. Temperature. Temperature is the measure of warmth or coldness of air and can be measured using thermometer. It is one of the key elements of climate and is affected by factors such as altitude, latitude, and the presence of nearby bodies of water. Number 2, precipitation. Precipitation means that we may predict anything. Precipitation refers to any form of water that falls from the atmosphere, including rain, snow, sleet, and hail. It is another important element of climate and varies dependent on factors such as location, altitude, and season. Number 3, humidity. Humidity is the measure of the amount of water vapor in the air. High humidity can make the air feel warmer and can affect the weather, such as causing thunderstorms and fog. Number 4, wind. Wind is the movement of air across the surface of Earth and is caused by differences in temperature and pressure. It can be affected by factors such as topography, atmospheric circulation, and the Earth's rotation. Number 5, cloud cover. The amount of cloud cover in an area can affect the amount of sunlight that reaches the surface and can influence the temperature and precipitation patterns. Number 6 is air pressure. Number 7 is called ocean currents. Now we will discuss regarding the factors of climate. Climate factors are the characteristics of a specific place that affect its temperatures and precipitation. Number 1 is called latitude, altitude, distance from the ocean, ocean currents, topography, current circulation, greenhouse gases, and human activities. If we'll discuss regarding the distance from the ocean, coastal areas tend to have a milder climate due to moderating effect of the ocean on temperature, while inland areas can have a more extreme climate. Like topography, in topography, the presence of mountains, deserts, and other landforms can affect the local climate by influencing the temperature, precipitation, wind patterns, and atmospheric circulation. If we talk about the atmospheric circulation, the large scale movement of air in the atmosphere can affect temperature, precipitation, and wind patterns, leading to different climate in different regions. Greenhouse gases. The concentration of greenhouse gases such as carbon dioxide, methane, and water vapor in the atmosphere affect the Earth's temperature, leading to climate change. Number last but not the least, human activities. Human activities such as burning of fossil fuels, deforestation, and land use can also affect the earth climate. By increasing the concentration of greenhouse gases in the atmosphere. Factors of weather: temperature, moisture, air pressure, wind, topography, atmospheric circulation, ocean currents, and human activities. Some of them we discussed earlier. Now we will discuss another things which we didn't cover last. Atmospheric circulation. The large scale movement of air in the atmosphere can affect temperature, precipitation, and wind patterns, leading to different weather in different regions. Ocean currents, human activities like pollution, urbanization, and land use change can also affect the Earth's weather by altering the local temperature, precipitation, and air pressure. How climate zones are determined by the factors. Climate zones are regions of the Earth that have similar climate patterns based on factors such as temperature, precipitation. There are several different ways to classify climate zones, but one of the most widely used in the Köppen climate classification system. The Köppen system categorizes climates into 5 main groups. Number 1 is called tropical, number 2 is called dry, number 3 is called temperate, number 4 continental, number 5 polar. In tropical, these climates are characterized by high temperatures and high precipitation year around. They are found near the equator. In the dry, these climates have the little precipitation and can be hot or cold. They are found in areas such as deserts in high pressure regions. Temperate, these climates have moderate temperature and precipitation. They are found in areas such as the mid-latitudes. Continental, number 5 polar. These climates have the cold temperature and low precipitation. They are found in the high altitude near the poles. Now we will discuss regarding the natural causes of climate change. Number 1 is called solar radiation. Number 2, volcanic activity. Number 3, orbital variations. Number 4, ocean currents. Number 5, plate tectonics. Number 6, changes in the amount of greenhouse gases in the atmosphere. Number 1 is regarding the solar radiation. Changes in the amount of solar radiation that reaches the Earth can cause the planet's temperature to fluctuate. This can be caused by variations in the sun's output or by changes in the Earth's orbit or tilt. Volcanic activity. Large volcanic eruptions can release large amount of ash and gases into the atmosphere, which can reflect sunlight and cool the planet's surface or trap heat and warm it. Orbital variations. Changes in the Earth's orbit and tilt can affect the amount of radiation received by the planet and influence climate patterns. Number 5, ocean currents, plate tectonics. Number 6, changes in the amount of greenhouse gases in the atmosphere. The greenhouse gases like carbon dioxide, methane, and water vapor play a critical role in regulating the Earth's temperature. Any change in the concentration of these gases can cause temperature fluctuations. Now we will discuss about the human causes of climate change. As we discussed earlier, there are two causes of climate change. One is called natural, which is beyond our approach, and other is called human causes, which is also called as anthropogenic, means के man-made. Burning of fossil fuels, the burning of coal, oil, natural gas for energy releases large amount of carbon dioxide and other greenhouse gases into atmosphere which trap heat and warm the planet. Number 2 is called deforestation. Trees and other vegetation absorb and store carbon dioxide, so cutting down forests and other natural habits reduces their ability to absorb carbon dioxide and contributes to global warming. Number third is called agriculture. Agricultural activities such as cleaning land, raising livestock, and using fertilizers and pesticides can also release greenhouse gases and contribute to climate change. Number 4 is called land use change. Urbanization, mining, and other human activities that alter the land surface can also contribute to climate change by reducing the ability of the land to absorb and store carbon dioxide. Number 5 is called industrial processes. Industrial processes such as cement production, manufacturing, chemical production also contribute to the release of greenhouse gases. Number 6 is called transportation. The burning of fossil fuels for transportation also releases large amount of greenhouse gases into the atmosphere. Now we will go on less slide. Number This is called potential effect of climate change. Sea level rise, extreme weather events, changes in precipitation patterns, damage to ecosystems, loss of biodiversity, damage to human health, economic impacts, displacement of people. So if we see the sea level rise, as the earth's temperature increases, ice caps and glaciers melt and the ocean expands, leading to rise in the sea level, and that can flood coastal areas and low-lying islands. Extreme weather events, changes in precipitation patterns, damage to ecosystem. Yeah, this is a very important point. Climate change can alter the timing of seasonal events and disturb the relationship between species, leading to the decline or extinction of many plant and animal species. Loss of biodiversity. Climate change can also cause shifts in the distribution of species, leading to a loss of biodiversity in many areas. Damage to human health. Climate change can lead to an increase in the spread of disease, heat-related illness, and the frequency of extreme weather events which can harm human health. Economic impacts. The effects of climate change can disturb the industries such as agriculture, fishing, tourism, leading to economic losses and job losses. Number 7, displacement of people. Climate change can cause sea level rise, coastal erosion, and extreme weather events, leading to a displacement of people from their homes and communities. Like in flood times, the people are displaced from their own regions and their homes. Role of government and international organization to mitigate the effect of climate change. We will discuss the role of government and international organization, that how they come forward to mitigate the effect of climate change. Number 1, setting emissions reduction targets, investing in clean energy, promoting energy efficiency, implementing carbon pricing, providing funding and support for climate adaptation, encouraging international cooperation, encouraging public awareness and education. How can we reduce the carbon footprints? By using, by following aforementioned steps, we may reduce the carbon footprints. Number 1, using energy efficient appliances and light bulbs, using public transportation, carpooling or biking, planting trees and maintaining green spaces, eating a plant-based diet, supporting clean energy, conserving water using eco-friendly products, supporting political acting on climate change. The latest research and scientific understanding of climate change. Climate change is happening. The last research confirms that the Earth's climate is changing, and the primary cause of change is the human activity, like man-made, primarily the burning of fossil fuels, deforestation, and agriculture. The warming trend is unequivocal. Climate change Climate change is affecting the oceans. Climate change is affecting biodiversity. This is a need for urgent action. Conclusion. Now, if we conclude the weather and climate are two closely related but distinct concepts. Weather refers to the short-term conditions of the atmosphere, while climate refers to the long-term pattern of the weather conditions in a specific area. Both weather and climate are influenced by a complex interplay of natural and human-induced factors. Understanding the elements and factors that influence weather and climate is crucial for predicting and managing their impacts on our environment and society. Climate change is a pressing global issue, and it's important that we take actions to mitigate the effects of climate change and adapt to the changes that are already happening. Individuals, governments, and international organizations have a role to play in reducing greenhouse gases emissions, investing in clean energy, and promoting sustainable practices. With collective efforts, we can work towards a more sustainable future. Thank you so much. This is from my side, and we will be continue in next session with a different topic of mechanical domain.